Good morning. So nice to have you join us here on 3+U. We always hope that your day is off to a great start, feeling a little fall-like in the air now. Thom Benson's going to kick off the show with us this morning. He, of course, is with the Tennessee Aquarium. He could talk the weather with you, too.
Absolutely.
But this morning, we're talking movies. You've got two new ones, right?
Yeah, we've got some fantastic films coming to IMAX. One we're really excited about, probably the best dinosaur documentary we've ever had, TRex 3D, and we're going to have fun with it with a dynamite premiere party coming up on the 29th. And this film really is sort of, there's so many things to love about this film. Obviously, the computer generated imagery, the CGI technology gives you a window into the past with that 3D on that giant 6-story screen. It feels like these dinosaurs are roaming through the theater right with you. And of course, T-Rex is the star of the film. And T-Rex is probably the most iconic and most loved dinosaur. Any child that has had, a love for dinosaurs, T-Rex is at the top of the list. This film really takes all of the paleontology expertise and looks at T-Rex, the most recent research and science, the fossil digs, and shows you how the images of T-Rex have evolved over time, and better yet, this is a story of scientific discovery. There were 3 young boys, you just saw them there in that clip. They were at the Badlands in North Dakota. They were out with a paleontologist. They found a fossil, and as they started excavating the site, it turns out this was a juvenile T-Rex, and to find a T-Rex fossil is very rare, but to find a juvenile, there's only like 5 of them in the world that have been unearthed.
Really?
Very few of them to the extent of this one that was discovered on camera for this film. There was a crew following them. They were thinking that they were just going to do a simple dig, and here they made this tremendous discovery.
So this was not that the discovery preceded the film.
No.
It was in the making of the film that they discovered it.
That the filmmakers were there,
That's
just taking these kids
cool.
out there, trying to inspire them about science. And I think the one thing that this does is tells kids, hey, science is still growing. It's a field that's emerging, and even though we think that we know everything about dinosaurs from 65+ million years ago, there are still these new discoveries that change our perception of how dinosaurs are viewed and the way that we understand their movements. For example, T-Rex, we thought for a long time that T-Rex dragged its tail, but the fossil record really didn't support that because there weren't marks in the mud with the footprints. So we now know that it sort of walked more hunched over with the tail hanging out behind, kind of wagging instead of dragging.
Does the film get into theories of what happened to them?
Does not, but what it does look at is a really fun look at how pop culture has viewed T-Rex over time. So you see all
Jurassic
these old
Park.
movie images, Jurassic Park. In fact, the film is narrated by Sam Neill, who everybody knows as Mr. Dinosaur from the Jurassic Park series. So that's a fun ad, but it's really a scientific adventure. It's a window into the past, and we're going to have some fun on the 29th with a Dynamite premiere party. That will have educators from the Creative Discovery Museum there. We'll have some of our staff having some fun activities. We've got 3 inflatable dinosaur T-Rex costumes that'll be dancing with the kids, but also we're going to have a 10-foot tall animatronic T-Rex in the IMAX Great Hall from August 29th all the way through October 31st, and this is the size and scale of the juvenile T-Rex that you saw on the cover, right? Because the adults got to be, like 15 to 20 feet tall.
So when you walk into the aquarium, is it going to kind of like move?
So this will be in the IMAX Great Hall,
so the
IMAX lobby, and yes, it does move and it does roar. So
well, you're not going to see any scared kids.
Well, I think that this is one of those things that's just going to be thrilling for kids. They have these animatronic dinosaur shows all over the country, and they are super popular. And so I think this is just going to be a fun add to a great film and a fun night before the film. So from 5:30 to 7, we'll have the activities in the Great Hall. This is August 29th, and then at 7 o'clock the film will roll, and people will be able to enjoy that film for quite some time.
I don't know what it is about that fascination with dinosaurs. You and I aren't far apart in age. Remember The Land of the Lost?
Yes, of course.
I loved that show as a kid. Yeah, I forgot. I just loved that show. And my girls had dinosaur books, and they're fascinating.
They are, and I've got a grandson I think who's going to be thrilled to see this animatronic dinosaur and see this film, so I'm really looking forward to taking him. And it's a film that is not scary. But of course, dinosaurs do eat other dinosaurs, and T-Rex was known for being a pretty fantastic predator. So you do see some of that. So think about that as you
as you
take your
choose
kids.
who to bring.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one movie. There's another one.
Animal Kingdom 3D started earlier in August, and this is a fantastic film. A lot of these films that we show in the documentary realm focus on one species. Blue whales, for example. T-Rex is another one. But Animal Kingdom really gives you a view of a lot of different classes of animals, from birds to fish to mammals to amphibians to reptiles. And you get this very playful, very youthful approach to animals. Our two granddaughters, we took them on the day that the film premiered at the IMAX. They're still talking about it. I mean, they just love this film. This is a great film for school groups, as is T-Rex 3D. The Animal Kingdom film has a great educator guide, so I'm hoping that teachers who are mapping out their school visits for the year will think about including IMAX, either Animal Kingdom or T-Rex, because both of these are films that can get kids really excited about the natural world. And the nice part about Animal Kingdom, Julie, is it pairs well with the Joel Sartori photo arc exhibit that we have at the Tennessee Aquarium through the end of the year. And of course, you're going to see these fish and whales and other sea creatures that are in the film, and some freshwater creatures as well. And then you'll have the opportunity to go to the aquarium and I think appreciate them on a deeper level, because you've had this sort of virtual up-close experience where you've gone to Antarctica, to the savannas of Africa, and underwater to see these animals in their natural habitats, and then get a chance to see them up close at the aquarium.
A little better than a minute left, but the color in both of these films, it's been insane. Is that real?
It is real, and that's the one thing that we want to stress, except for the CGI and T-Rex. All of these films that we show are the real thing. There's so many AI generated images that sometimes people think, is that real? Is that the real color? But if you were to go to these locations in Animal Kingdom, you would be impressed by those colors. I was in Antarctica, and the blue of the ice and everything, spectacular, just like you see in the film here. So it is a way to transport people to places that they may never visit, and to see things that they would probably never see on their own.
Okay, so you know how to go get your tickets. You simply go to the tnaqua.org website, right, to get the IMAX ticket. But then on the 29th, is that a day-long event or just certain
just
times?
from 5:30 to basically 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And at 7 o'clock, the film will start. But there's the activities, the animatronic T-Rex that'll be there, and a lot of fun for kids there from 5:30 basically to 7, and then the film starts in the theater.
I'll take that T-Rex over a Velociraptor any day.
I will too.
Great to see you, Thom.
Two hands together and applaud. It's a T-Rex joke.
I'll let you do that. tnaqua.org again is where you will go. And our water theme continues, because when we come back, we're talking about the Chattown Cool Down. That's happening this weekend at Ross's Landing in Coolidge Park. We'll fill you in on that when we come back.
Hi, I'm TRex.